Morning. You're not going to believe where I am this morning. We are in a special place. It's the Bear Glacier in on the Highway 37. Got up because I want to experience the sunrise. Here it is before. Look at that. It's kind of nuts. This is before the sun's even up. It's currently around, I think, like 5:30, 5:45, give or take. Got up and left the campsite at like 4:30 this morning. Slept in the car, probably the worst sleep I've ever experienced. I just had the passenger seat just on recline, and just tried to get some sleep. I kept dreaming there were bears outside. I got told there were bears in the campsite apparently, wandering around. But that made for a little bit of an unpleasant sleep for sure. But yeah, we've got up, we've gone, and now we're here. We're just waiting for the sunrise, and this place is wicked. But yeah, if you want to know where this place is, it's off Highway 37. This road itself is Highway 37A. And a little fun fact, because we like a fun fact on here. If we keep driving this way, eventually that'll take you into Alaska, which is pretty cool. So yeah, there you go. This is the I want to say the Bear Glacier Provincial Park. Oh, I think is what it's called. Just to show you one more time, I'm going to go and jump back in the car because it is really cold and there's bugs flying everywhere, and then I'm going to hopefully be able to show you it when the sun's coming up. It's now about 6:15. It's getting brighter. Like, it's definitely brighter. But yeah, still waiting for the sun. Also, this, as I said, this is meant to be the Bear Glacier, and there's no bears. Might have to rename it. Just call it Glacier. It's Bear of Bears. I'm probably going to give it like another hour, because then I want to get going, hit a few more spots, especially because it's very early morning. I want to try and find us a little bit more wildlife, because this is when they're active. I'm not professional, but I'm learning slowly. We're going to move on. Made an executive decision that it's like, we want to make the most of today. So the fact that we've already spent like 2 and a bit hours staring at it, waiting for the sun to... We thought the sun would peak from there, right? And it would get onto there. It hasn't really happened as we thought it would happen. So yeah, we figured let's move on. We're going to find some other things to do. Not seen a bear just yet. However, I think this is the closest I'm going to get to seeing a bear at the moment. Check this out. These are bear footprints, and I know they are. You can tell by the paws, right? And then it's leading all the way into there, and then off into the bush. I thought that was pretty cool. I just wanted to show you, because like, I've not actually seen bear footprints before, so that's definitely a first, which is pretty neat. But I suspect it went off into there somewhere, and I don't know when it went off, whether it was over the night, early morning, could have been 2 minutes before we arrived, don't have a clue. But yeah, I just wanted to show that. I'm going to wrap around now to back to the campsite, because you can have guest parking there. We're going to have a little look from the campsite, see if we can spot anything. Still waiting for a bit of a golden hour, but I don't know if it's actually going to happen or not. Anyway, let's get back in the car and see where we go. That was nuts. Basically, right, just driving back from one of the viewpoints that I mentioned. We were heading back to the campsite, which is where I am at the moment, as you can probably see. We're back at the campsite. We were driving and we just saw the brown bears crossing the road, pulled over, slapped on the hazard lights. Wow. Oh wow, that's my first brown bear experience. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Oh wow, they're actually big as well. Especially the cubs are a lot bigger than I thought they'd be. And then one of them, they stood on the two feet. Suddenly it's like 6 foot plus. Big donnies. And then mama bear as well as a tank. Crazy. Oh, I'm actually buzzing. Actually buzzing. Bear glacier, and it spawned in bears afterwards. We're on for a good day. It's still only like, let's do a quick time check. It's only 8:30 in the morning. So I think the plan is now we're going to drive a little bit more north along the highway. Just try and find a little bit more wildlife. If you're enjoying it so far, be sure to hit the like button. And if you want to stick around for the adventures and all the fun, and if you've not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all the love, all the support. Right, let's get back to the car and get going. Just having a quick break. Also going to try and see if we can get anywhere near a river to get some like pictures and things. I don't know how likely that'll be. But at this rest stop, I just wanted to show you some things. So, we were here. Last night, we drove to here. This is where we stayed the night. That's where we saw the glacier this morning. We've then been moping around here. Funny enough, the rest stop is actually called Brown Bear Rest Stop. So it's probably named after the bears that we saw, which is kind of cool. But we're now in this area. We're just going to play around with some of the rivers today. I still have to get all the way up to here. Like, that's a lot of terrain to cover. And then my plan is from here is to go all the way across up to there, and then we go off the map. So that's pretty intense. But for the rest of today, let me tell you what the plan's probably going to be. We're going to mess around in this area, try and find some more activity if we can, maybe around the rivers. We were recommended by ChatGPT. That's what it said. So if it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, blame AI or something. I don't know. Not my fault. But then, unfortunately, Mackenzie's actually leaving us, and she has to fly home, which requires us to go. Well, we've got a detour. We're gonna go here. We're just gonna do a little detour to Stewart, because that's the border for Alaska, right? And then from Stewart, we're actually going to drive all the way back on ourselves to here, which is where the airport is, which is where I'm going to drop her. She joined me for the start of the trip. As I think I mentioned last night briefly at the end of yesterday's vlog, we matched on a dating app online, and I just said to her, hey, I'm thinking of doing this crazy road trip. Do you fancy joining? And she said yes. So brought her along. She's only here for like 4 days, and then I'm going to continue doing the rest of the trip by myself, which is going to be very interesting. Because, well, put it this way, this morning when we saw the brown bears, we managed to work as a team. She drove, parked up the car, and I was able to shoot out of the passenger window, which is here. Now, when I'm doing this by myself, most likely I'm gonna have to pull out onto the side of the road and then maybe shoot from the driver's side, but because sometimes it might be on the other side of the road, it could get complicated. I did see a few other wildlife photographers at the brown bear spot, which actually were out of their vehicles, just giving the bears some distance and the animals some distance. So maybe that could also be an option. I'll see how comfortable I am feeling in the moment, I guess. But yeah, that's what the rest of kind of the experience is looking like overall. But as I say, for the rest of the day, we're just going to kind of play around, see if we can find any more wildlife. Head over to Stewart just to get to the very border of BC to Alaska. I don't know if I'll be able to go into Alaska. It'd be quite cool if I could, but I honestly don't know. And then afterwards, as I say, need to drive down to Terrace, which is a new location for us, and I'm probably going to find somewhere to stay around there for the night. After sleeping in the car, in the passenger seat, for about 5 hours, it was extremely uncomfortable, but I am running off complete adrenaline right now, to be completely honest with you. So yeah, I'm probably going to find myself a motel for the night, and then settle down, do a little bit of editing, connect back to the Wi-Fi, because there is absolutely no signal where we are. It's all downloaded maps on Google. So if you are going to come and do this drive on Highway 37, you're going to have to download all your maps, because there's no signal anywhere. I messaged me my parents back home, a couple friends as well, just to say like, look, I'm going off the map for a little bit. So if we go missing, here's where I last was. So yeah, that's a little tip for you. If you're gonna do this drive, download your maps. We have arrived here. There is actually access to the lake, so we're just gonna have a little wander down and see what it looks like. Very, very quiet. He says, as a truck drives by. The lake itself, though, it's a peaceful little lake. That was a nice little rest stop. And we're gonna get going. We're heading to Stewart now, which is the town that borders Alaska. And we're gonna see how close we can get to Alaska. I think we've just stumbled across a little hidden gem, right? So as you know, we're on our way to Stewart. So we're on Highway 37A, I think it is. We've just been driving for ages and we were about 10 minutes out from Stewart, just headed down. And a car has literally just pulled out the side road and I said, let's just go down it. So we've gone down it and we've actually ended up at this place. Right, and there's no markings on Google Maps. There may be if you had connection to internet, but there is no connection to internet out here. I did download the maps ahead of time and I still couldn't see any road markings or anything to get here. So it's complete luck. They've also got a rope swing. They've got like picnic benches. They've got a place, as you can see, a place to go to the toilet, get changed. Like, it's ideal. And oh, it's so cool. I've got my swimming trunks on and I'm about to throw myself off a rope swing into this really scenic lake. Check this out. Yeah, that's wicked, eh? How cool. Right, let me go take this jumper off and then we're gonna jump off a rope swing. And if you're enjoying the vlogs, be sure to hit the like button. I appreciate all the love and all the support. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the adventures and all the fun, everything we're doing, as you know, we're currently driving from Vancouver to Yukon and back again. And you want to tag along and see all that, be sure to hit subscribe. I appreciate the support. Let's go jump off a rope swing into a lake in the middle of nowhere. This is Clements Lake. We've got the ultimate rope swing. Oh, 3, 2, 1. Oh. That is so deep. That's actually really refreshing. It's really nice. Oh, I suppose that's a little bit of a side quest completed. Clements Lake, we've completed it. This is Vancouver to Yukon. We're at Clements Lake. Let's get it. Who thought you'd toss yourself off a rope swing in front of a mountain with a glacier at the top and a waterfall coming down? Absolute crazy. Definitely a great find. I'll say it one more time. This place is called Clements Lake, as you can see. You can actually camp here. There's a tent set up just over there somewhere. They've got picnic benches and everything. It's just off Highway 37 and it's definitely worth coming. Right, I'm gonna mess around for a little bit more and then we need to make our way to Stewart because, as I mentioned earlier, we are on a little bit of a time schedule today because Mackenzie sadly has to head back on a flight, so we want to get to Terrace in good time so that she doesn't miss the flight. So I'm gonna have a little bit more play around, get changed, dry off, get back in the car. This is the road to get to the lake. Obviously there's no signage at the moment, but when we keep going, I'll show you the exit so you actually know how to get in. Heads up, there are lots of potholes, so bear that in mind. There's a tiny sign there. You literally turn left, okay? I'm gonna keep that in there. Turn left, okay? Right, let's get to Stewart and then see what happens. Alaska, baby! Let's go! We got in! I got so much adrenaline right now. I didn't think we'd be allowed to come in. Oh yeah, we're definitely in America. We're definitely in Oh, this is crazy. We are officially in Alaska. This is absolutely nuts. Like, I did not expect today to go the way it is going. It's actually crazy. I'm like proper shaking and just running off of adrenaline. But what makes us even happier, right, is that there was this spot that we saw on a map, and it's called Fish Creek, and it's an observation site. And we have actually just arrived at it. Look, I'll show you officially. And it's an observation site, which is really cool, right? It just allows you to just basically admire grizzlies, black bears, etc, etc. So we're gonna go check it out and then have a little walk around. That's kind of crazy. We're officially in Fish Creek though. It's apparently just filled with salmon. I spoke to the woman because it's the afternoon. She said the likelihood of seeing bears is quite low, but there may still be some bears and some fish and that sort of thing. I mean, there's a really funny instruction here. How to lose face to face with a bear. Anyway, we're just gonna have a little walk around. I think if I see anything, well, I've obviously got my camera with me, so I'm gonna get loads of pictures and things, and I'm probably gonna get some video footage too, which I can just chuck into this vlog. So yeah, I can share it with you guys. But this place is filled with salmon. Like, they're jumping all over the place. Wow. It doesn't actually seem like there's gonna be any bears out because of the time of day it is. It is around midday now, which the lady at the desk area, she basically said, well, I asked her what's the activity like. She said it's pretty quiet because apparently the bears will eat in the morning, go to sleep all day, and then there's more activity in the evenings usually, so they'll come out in the evenings. But either way, it's pretty cool to see. Like, it's a salmon stream, and it's just run and it's just packed with fish, and they're all just like jumping around, occasionally beating each other up. There's a lot of dead fish here too, where you can clearly see the bear activity. They just kind of left it. They're not cleaning up after themselves, but I don't blame them, to be fair. We've now got a race because we've got to get to the airport, as well as sort some stuff out with the car. So yeah, that was Alaska. We've completed it. We've got to go and cross the border back into Canada, and then we're driving all the way down to Terrace, which is where the airport is. So yeah, we're gonna get this drive going. That was Fish Creek. Unfortunately, there weren't any bears because of the time of day. They were asleep. They've already eaten for the day, so they're gonna go to bed. But it's still so cool actually just to be in Alaska. I'm definitely gonna be coming back here at some point. I don't know when, but yeah, there you go. Alaska, we've ticked it off. A little side quest for the day. Let's get going. Well, we made it into Alaska, now it's getting out, which is going to be the challenge. We made it back into Canada. Now it's a race against time because, as you know, we need to get Mackenzie to the airport, sadly. So, yeah, we're racing. Not going to be fun. Just back at the Bear Glacier real quick. We're switching drivers. And then we're racing to the airport, but the reason I've jumped out is because it's blue now. Look, beautiful. Back in the car, and just here at the airport, because we've had to, as you know, we've had to drop Mackenzie off because she was with us the last, well, the start of the road trip basically. But yes, we've dropped her off, which means we're officially solo. Which is kind of crazy. I'm also pretty tired now as well, and what I've done for the rest of today is actually just book a nice hotel in a place called Terrace, which is where the airport is as well. So I'm just gonna drive to the hotel now. Just relax, basically. I need to catch up on the editing because you're not gonna notice it, but there's a lot of backlog of footage leading up to this point, which I'm actually needing to start edit and kind of catch up. Have a breather. I'm gonna take myself out for some dinner as well and just completely relax because it's been pretty full on, especially after sleeping in the car last night. And then today has just been absolutely outrageous. The energy has been so high that I think right now we just need to take off the gas for a minute, reset, get the energy, and then we need to do the long drive back up Highway 37, but this time we're going to Bell and beyond. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow. I'm not sure where we're going to end up at the end of tomorrow. My target is maybe Watson Lake, but that's tomorrow's story. Right now, as I say, we're going to head off to our hotel. So let's get going. We're all booked in, and this is such a nice change from the car. I went with the Days Inn hotel, just in Terrace. It's just your standard hotel, to be honest, but I'll show you anyway. Yeah, nice clean bathroom. Got an itchy neck. I've been getting bitten all trip so far, but look at this. Talk about an upgrade from the car last night. This is much nicer. I have 5 pillows on my bed. 5 pillows. A nice comfy chair, little desk. It's almost as if they knew I was going to do some editing today. But yeah, oh, this is great. I'm looking forward to having a good night's sleep. There is even a complimentary breakfast, which is brilliant because I want to get there early. I think it opens at like 7, so we're going to be scrambling down the breakfast straight onto the road because we've got quite a long drive back onto Highway 37. But this time, as I've said before, we are going Bell and beyond. Hopefully going to be hitting Yukon tomorrow, which is absolutely exciting stuff. Let's have a look at the view, shall we? Well, it's probably why they kept the curtain shut when I first got in the room, but it is what it is. Okay, I am going to go and get a shower in because I need a shower. I haven't showered in the last few days or so because obviously we've been on the road. So I'm going to get a shower, I'm going to get changed, I'm going to take myself out for some dinner and just chill out, get some editing done. So that's going to be it for today's vlog, and if you have enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button. If you want to stay up to date with the adventures and the fun, hit subscribe. I appreciate all the love and the support. I will see you soon. Bye.